There's a smarter way to buy a house that almost nobody talks about, and it starts with understanding what a home really costs. Take a $350,000 house as an example. If you only make the minimum mortgage payment, you're not buying a $350,000 home, you're paying double, a little over $700,000. And most people never stop to think about that. Today, I want to talk about the true cost of real estate, not just the purchase price, but the price plus interest. And more importantly, I want to show you how to get into real estate without letting a mortgage turn a good asset into a massive liability. There is a plan, but you have to look at real estate differently. Section 1: When house hacking isn't an option. Let's start with reality. Maybe you don't want roommates, you value privacy, don't want to share a bathroom, or simply don't have a duplex available or affordable in your area. So, house hacking or obtaining a duplex is off the table for now, but you still want to get into real estate. And the only thing available is a single family home. This is where most people make their biggest mistake. Section 2: The first principle. Smaller and cheaper wins. If you're buying a single family home, your goal should be this: buy the smallest, cheapest home you can comfortably live in. That usually means one bed, one bath, or two bed, one bath, and ideally, a fixer upper. When I say fixer upper, I'm not talking about a structural nightmare. I'm talking about dated flooring, old countertops, worn carpet, wallpaper, cosmetic issues. Here's why this matters. The cheaper the house, the cheaper the mortgage, which equals the more control you have. Section 3: The mortgage problem no one explains. Here's the part most people never think about. When you have a mortgage, a huge portion of your payment goes to interest, especially early on. That means minimum payments equal maximum interest and minimum equity. Comfortable payments equal flexibility, and flexibility equals power. A lower mortgage gives you the ability to pay above and beyond the minimum, and that's where the game changes. Section 4: Treat the mortgage like a piggy bank. Think of your mortgage like a forced savings account. Let's be honest, saving cash loses to inflation. Money sitting still is shrinking, and eventually you need capital. Every dollar you pay above the minimum mortgage payment goes directly to principal, which means you're buying back ownership, you're reducing interest, you're increasing equity. That is direct investment into an asset you already control. But if you only make the minimum payment, you're paying nearly double for the same house. Section 5: Real numbers bring the pain. Let's put numbers on this. A $350,000 home, 20% down, 30-year mortgage at 6.5% interest. Your payment is about $17.69 per month. Over 30 years, you will pay about $357,000 in interest alone. Total cost of the home, $707,000. That's the true cost of real estate when interest is ignored. Section 6: The power of paying extra. Now let's change one thing. What if you doubled the payment? Now, total cost of the home, $436,000. Payoff time, 8 years and 8 months. That's a $271,000 difference. Same house, same address, completely different outcome. This is why purchase price alone doesn't matter. The real price is purchase price plus interest. Section 7: What an asset really is. If you want to own real estate as a personal asset, you need two things. 1, a place to live, and 2, the ability to acquire the property at the cheapest true cost possible. If your payment only allows the minimum, the asset has doubled in price. If you buy small, cheap, and manageable, you control the outcome. Section 8: Emotional detachment and optionality. Here's the mindset shift. Before you buy, you should already be thinking, sell or rent, not a forever home. Do not get emotionally attached to the home. This is a financial decision, not an emotional one. And here's a key rule: live in the home for at least 2 years. That's the sweet spot. Section 9: The 2-year rule, tax-free equity. If you live in a home for at least 2 out of the last 5 years, you can sell it tax-free on capital gains. It doesn't need to be 2 years in a row, just 2 years within a 5-year period. And that's huge. If you buy a home below market value, fix it up while living there, and pay it down aggressively, you're not just building equity, you're building tax-free equity. Here's the catch. This only works if your monthly payment is low. While you're living in the house for those 2 years, you can make the minimum payment and use your extra money to fix the place up instead of throwing it all at the mortgage. Those repairs build equity just like extra payments do, but in a different way. And if you can do both, even better. That equity shows up later when you sell or rent, either as a higher price or higher rent. That's how you build real ownership in the asset. Regardless, that equity gives you options. By living in a house for about 2 years and then selling it, you can roll that equity forward, tax-free, and repeat the process. Done right, this can get you to a paid-off home much faster than just making regular payments. This is how people move forward faster, not just safer. Section 10. The rental option. Here's another option or perspective after selling. Take that equity and buy another fixer-upper, except this time as a rental. If structured correctly, you could end up with a paid-off or near paid-off rental, pure cash flow, and no mortgage stress. Another way to look at it is this. Instead of selling the house, you could move out and rent it. You'd keep the low mortgage, and since you fixed the place up, you may be able to charge more in rent. For some people, that ends up being the better move. But there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Markets change, life changes, and every situation is different. Conclusion. So remember this, a $350,000 house is not a $350,000 house. It can be more than double unless you control the interest. The goal isn't just to buy real estate, the goal is to buy it intelligently, with the true cost in mind. Remember, knowledge gives you options and flexibility on what to do. Now here's the question everyone asks next. If I sell or rent the house out, where do I live? That's exactly what I break down in the next video. Rent versus buying. Which one actually builds more wealth? Because the answer might surprise you. If this video helped you think differently about buying a home, hit the thumbs up and let me know in the comments how you're planning to get into real estate. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe.